start with family and starter Heyman.
Everybody likes choices when it comes to gifts, and a Max Tan gift card offers spray tanning, UV tanning, and red light therapy at all Lincoln locations. Give the gift that everyone wants this holiday season by visiting any Max Tan location in Lincoln or at maxtan.net.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit LOVB.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Husker fans, it's time to make a difference. From December 16th to the 20th, every Husker fan has the chance to drive the success of Nebraska athletics through NIL. Whether it's $10, $1,000, or more, your contribution counts. And football fans, don't miss the chance to double your impact. Every gift to Husker football will be matched dollar for dollar up to $250,000. So visit 1890nebraska.com or text NEB-NIL to 801-801 to contribute today. Together, we win.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in to Old School. Normally take down Tuesday's Husker Wrestling on Christmas vacation. Well-deserved break for a fantastic team and a fantastic program. I'm sure they'll be out next week with Christmas as well because, hey, guess what? We won't be here either. Austin Oerman, Jay Foreman with you for an hour before teammates time out. But as always, we do want to tell you that Take Down Tuesday with Nebraska Wrestling on 93.7 The Ticket is sponsored by our friends at Stevens and Smith Construction, an employee-owned company with nearly 250 employees with over 2,000 years of service combined. Stevens and Smith leads the industry as a full-service concrete company specializing in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. Stevens and Smith has locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City. You can check them out at stevensandsmith.com. That's STEPHENS and Smith.com. You also heard it there at the end of break, but it is worth repeating. This week is the Together We Win campaign for 1890 Nebraska. 100% of your contribution to 1890 Nebraska goes directly to student athletes in NIL. That's the name of the game now in retaining and attracting talent to Nebraska. And 1890 Nebraska needs your help. To contribute, text NEBNIL to 801801 or go to 1890nebraska.com. Every dollar counts, and football contributions will be matched dollar for dollar up to $250,000. Let's rally together, Husker Nation. Together we win. Again, text NEBNIL to 801801 or go to 1890nebraska.com.
Hey,
What's
you
up,
know what we
Jake?
need to
What's
do?
up?
Listen,
What
for
we need to
ticket
do?
listeners out here, since it's Takedown Tuesday / old school for an hour, we got to get busy. So here's what we want to do. All right. And I will say this. Now it's Christmas time. People driving around, going to spend money. You could always, I think I heard Matt Davison anywhere from $10,000 to $10,000, obviously. We got all the different numbers of counties.
93 of them in the state of Nebraska.
93 of them. So the 90, we want to try to get a donation representing every single county. But for the next 4 hours, let's see if we can get some of my old football numbers, counties. Ooh. And if you're not from these counties, just donate on the behalf of the number. Okay. So my very first football number, let's just go from high school. All right. As a pipsqueak sophomore, I was number 29.
29?
Yes, 29.
29.
For Eric Dickerson. Don't tell my dad Eric Dickerson was my favorite running back. Okay?
That stays here.
29. All right. The next one, when I really decided I wanted to get jiggy with it, and this is when I started to get recruited, I was number 6.
Okay. Yep.
For 6
that
points.
One I knew. Yep.
Okay. That's how I got recruited. So 29, 6. Let me write this down, make sure I don't mess it up. 29, 6. Then the rookie or freshman number I had, which was funny, I was number 7.
That's
when they didn't,
that extra point too.
Yeah. Well, everybody thought I was Reggie Ball. I think he caught a pass in the Orange Bowl or something before, and everybody like, oh, Reggie Ball, like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I am him.
I was trying to get in the close. So number 7. Then the next here, oddly enough, coming right out of there from redshirt freshman starting, 56.
56.
Yeah. Then obviously paying homage, 44. Right?
Obviously.
Yeah. And then after that, when I got to a rookie in Buffalo, 55.
55?
Yeah. I went
double nickel.
Listen, I went on a run of good numbers.
You made them good numbers, is what happened.
Yeah.
You made them good numbers.
I just didn't make them bad numbers. Then when I went from Buffalo to Houston, I was 56. Okay. That's
again, back home.
Yeah. So the first 7, the 4 and 3, it was pretty good. And then I was number, I gotta think, man, 51 with the 49ers.
We got that one hanging right out there.
That's when you know the brother was, hey, a brother was, no, this is when I knew the time was coming. Then I went to the Giants. I know there's only 93 counties, and you can't get this high. I was number 96.
Ooh.
The rash of injuries and
defensive end.
Oh my God! And I was I was in pretty decent shape, but I was yoked up back then. I had a couple sedentary pounds on me. 96. So let's keep that one with 93. No, I don't want that one.
We do a 9.
We'll go. You know what? Since I played with the Giants, we'll go 92. We'll go county 92, and then we'll do county 9, and then Lincoln's number 2. So when you guys text in, represent your county. We want to get a donation from all 93 counties, and then hopefully you follow suit on some of my football numbers.
Go through those numbers again. I'll tell you which Nebraska county we're looking for.
29.
29.
6.
Washington County, stand up.
6.
Saunders County.
7.
Madison County.
56. Where are
56. Sherman County.
There you go. Come on, sure. 44.
44. Nemaha County.
All right. 55.
Thurston County.
And 51.
51 is Harlan County.
And then
92.
Yep.
Grant County.
And then number 9.
Number 9 is going to be
That's like Columbus.
Buffalo
Yeah,
County.
yeah, there we go.
Kearney.
Yeah. Hey, you got to represent Buffalo County for sure.
One of your own.
Yeah, and then number 2 is Lancaster, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're in the building. Obviously, we got to, try to support 1890 as we're pushing towards the bowl game. But then, obviously, for all our athletes, and 1890 does a really good job of not only servicing the football team but every sport, that we have over there at the great University of Nebraska. Your donations do go directly to the athletes or student athletes or athlete students or whatever you want to call them. But it helps not only go out and obviously get good athletes to come here and continue to get good and great athletes to come here, but then also allows them to retain them as well. Because I think as for Nebraska in every sport, the best thing that we can do is get young women and men here. Once they realize it, then they'll be wanting to stay. So, but we got to make sure we got to be able to, handle business on the business side, and then we'll be able to let them handle the play on the play side.
Make sense.
Yeah.
We had this from the text line, Jay, from 7943. Do you think NFL veterans in the league now are going to have problems with these guys coming into the league that have been paid millions of dollars in NIL money?
Maybe a little bit, but I think these young guys are making so much money as rookies, and then they all are essentially have brands and the ability to make money off the field. No, because once you get to the NFL, that doesn't, what you did in college doesn't matter because you're not getting that NIL money anymore. I think here's where the mindset of these kids need to really understand or really change. And this is where, if I could talk to every student athlete, obviously that would listen, but just to give you some advice, and I'll start with saying this. If Jay Foreman was at Nebraska and somehow, some way, just doesn't matter what college it was going to offer me 5 times what I was going to get here, then every coach that really cares is like, you have to go. I understand it because it's so much. You get what I'm saying? Right. But generally, I know 1890 and what they do, in particular with our football team, they're very, very competitive, and they've obviously exceeded, the level of competition for guys that they want. So it's not that you're generally getting outbid. So I will always try to preach and say this: NIL no longer is. Everybody needs to change their mindset of thinking of NIL when it first started, where it was like you saw the tweets. All right, we finally got approved by the Supreme Court. If you need, I'm open to all opportunities. Well, you're getting paid now, right? So everywhere that you go, especially comparable to Nebraska or Power 4 or even like the Group of 5, NIL is there. So getting off the plane and picking up the phone, it's present. So let's just say within reasonable amount, the money's about the same. So then you got to really change your mindset of stop like being so influenced by the money, because the money's there. You don't really have to work for it. I mean, because the work you're getting paid for is you've already done. Right. Either you were really good and highly rated coming out of high school, and there's a going rate for that, or you're really good at some point in college and you're getting re-upped or initially paid. So stop looking at it as, I got my money right now, I've made it, and I'm a chill, essentially, quote unquote, fallback money, instead of, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm going to make this thing stretch, come and use the Bobby Bonilla, put it away, put some away. And then I'm going to go and make more because I'm going to play better. And then I'm going to be able to go and command or demand more, both, because I can guarantee you, if you were paid at a certain amount based on where you're at right now and you exceed it, somebody's going to pay you. Or Nebraska, you're right, and Nebraska's going to have to step up, and they would probably most likely understand it. Hey, Austin played better. Price of doing business, and he's done it. So then, when you go to the NFL, I would say, you know what? Forget about all that and start over. You got to earn it there, because generally, if you play good enough, you're going to get drafted. So you get drafted, it's starting all over. And if you really take that mindset, instead of thinking like, I'm going to try to be greedy and grab it right now, and some guys need to, if you're in a small community and you might not be able to make the NFL, and so you really have to really maximize your present day NIL stuff, yes, that's what you have to do. Some of these guys in Nebraska, were able to do that, but you still have to play well. You still have to perform. You still have to earn your money, because when you're thinking about going to the NFL, or trying to get a shot to the NFL, they don't care what you're getting paid at NIL wise. They care about what you put on your tape. That's why I always said your best NIL is what you put on tape. If you play well, or if you're at a place that at one point in time, let's just say Iowa State, I'm sure they have better NIL than I'm even guesstimating, but say like a Iowa State or like a Kansas or Kansas State, generally say they're struggling a little bit NIL wise, and you put on good tape, you're there anyway, so you got to play football. Well, then guess what? People are going to be ringing your phone or knocking at your door anyways.
Right.
So then you're going to get your time and a half back based on where you were at, if you're quote unquote leveling up. And so if they have that type of mentality, I think you won't have to face and have pride about it that you want to exceed what you want to do, and be competitive. You don't lose your competitiveness based on taking advantage of the situation right now.
I can only assume you were a wise beyond your years young man.
I was not.
Having an NFL father also help with that. I'm going to give you credit, Jay. I'm going to give you credit. Okay, so say the compliment. True or not.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I was exposed to some stuff.
I'm sure there are many college athletes who don't see that big picture, who see, hey, I could pay for this, I could get this. They get caught up in the wash of the moment, of the emotion. What was it for you that helped you focus on the big picture of not having to worry about the moment right here, right now, focusing on where your feet are, doing that, but keeping that big picture perspective and not getting swept up in the moment all the time?
Well, we weren't getting paid in college. But when I got drafted late in the NFL, so I wasn't making that much. So I had to get in where I fit in. And so when I was able finally to make it, I just never forgot it, because I was a late round draft choice, so forth and so on. Everybody's going to make mistakes, both in like your professional career, personal career, and financially. But I was able to be surrounded by good friends. Was very fortunate, to get out of the league unscathed, or at least with my head above water. And it never appealed to me. Like, I still have the same suits that I had in college. You see me, I wear the same stuff generally every day. So
Mr. Consistency.
I didn't change much. But also, I will tell you this, the things that having a dad that played in the NFL had his advantages. I won't sit up here, but by no means, I will tell you this by every means, it wasn't set up like a arch mating or something like that, easy path to get here. My advantage of having a famous dad, and hopefully makes the Hall of Fame next year, was that I was exposed to legendary players and legendary situations all the time. I was fortunate enough to be a ball boy. Me and Lane Kiffin are OGs, but Larry Fitzgerald is the Hall of Fame. Larry Fitzgerald Jr. is the Hall of Famer, so we all are kind of like, you're a second-rate ball boys. So getting prepared for a game, knowing what it took to compete at a high level. I was talking about when Floyd Peters, who was the D-line coach at the Vikings, Henry Thomas was really nice to me, and Chris Dolman and Keith Millard and all those guys, and John Randall. I used to sneak weights for him. So I knew these guys on a personal level, and they knew me as like some skinny kid with big feet and knock knees and stuff, right? But they knew who my dad was. I used to sneak in their meetings because I would be sneaking them like cookies and snacks and stuff. So I would just stand there because and when they're rolling the film, once you open the door, the light comes in, then I'm in trouble. So that's where it was probably the best advantage for me. But for these kids, I'd feel a little bit sorry for them because things are coming at them so quick. They're getting people that not giving them good advice. They're getting bad advice, and they have, some are being able to take advantage of it, and some people aren't.
And I think it goes back to what you say too. I mean, you put in the work all week to play football with no guarantee of success. For some student athletes, seeing that money, seeing that check clear is success.
Yeah,
which
it is
okay,
success.
fine.
It is tangible because it's it's on your phone.
Which case, good for you.
Right.
But the teams, the players that are going to end up being more successful in the long runs are the ones that count that as a little success and not ultimate success.
Well, you don't let that be your binky, right? Here's what people really don't understand is these kids, you guys are in a great time. Like just 10 years ago, if you were the same player, you wouldn't be getting paid at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You would have to go get a summer job. I mean, we felt like we were really balling out of control and we were able to go get a job. Go get a job and actually have to go work.
Mm-hmm.
I was in, I worked at out there at Gallup, or when it was Gallup, and one of my jobs was I had to build the sandbox. That was some hard work.
Woo.
I was like, man, this is supposed to be easy, so but you're getting paid for it. And so yes, it is tangible. It is success. You have been able to take advantage of the situation, and some people have been very productive, but you have not arrived. That's where I think a lot of these young, and look, they can say, oh, well, you're old. No, I would tell you the football field is still the same, length and width and all that stuff. And it's still one football, and it ain't changed. And then who wins and who doesn't. And you have not arrived until you produce. I like when you get, and this is the funny thing about it. Once you get out there in them white lines, right? That other team is trying to tear your, like they're trying to tear off in you. So what you make in NIL actually works against you.
Put a target on your back.
Yeah, because if you don't perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they judge you based off of? We're paying you this much and you're not performing. We're paying you this much, you're not hustling. We're paying you this much, it's perceived you're not trying. So as much as it's easy to, look at your banking thing, I bank at I3 Bank, just to let people know, saying got call up Jason Peters over there. Yeah, and make sure you call him at all times at night too. That
24/7 personal service.
That's right. And make sure leave a message, leave nasty messages too. But it's an advantage, but it's a disadvantage, and you have to be able to live up to it. And there is expectations.
Yeah.
Now
you should want expectations, right?
Well, they should. They don't, because they haven't had to be been held accountable. So as we had the story about the guy in UNLV not getting paid, and he wanted essentially UNLV and their coaches and their collectors to be held accountable for a deal that hasn't been fully fulfilled. But you never hear about the ability for teams to say, you know what, Austin, all of a sudden you just came in out of shape. You ain't play good, so I need some of that money back. So the advantages that you've always had, or you've actually been accustomed to, will slowly but surely change to an actually real relationship. Now it's going to be business, and you're going to be doing business with people that have been doing big boy business for longer you've been alive.
Yeah.
So you better buckle up. So, but anyways, I want to say this before we go to break, though. Make sure you guys text in. I like this right here. You can contribute to 1890nebraska.com or text in capital letters, I think, right?
Believe so.
NEBNIL to 801-801. And again, you got to represent all those counties: 29, 6, 7, 56, 44, 55, 51, 92, 9, and 2.
And a reminder that if we get all 93 counties marked down, ticket matches up to $5,000.
There you go. Yeah, so we're putting our money where our mouth is. So it's good, man. I mean, I think, you got guys like Arnold from Oklahoma going to Auburn. But then Auburn just got another quarterback.
Just like Virginia.
Yeah. Don't sleep too tight. Because I'm going to tell you how the SEC teams do stuff. You go, all of a sudden those checks get a little light.
Not hitting the same.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, yeah.
But Nikola Jokic said, if we play like this continually in my country, you're working a little harder for the same amount of money.
Right. Well, no, I'm dead serious. Now, I won't say what team or say who, but I know for a fact, you get down there to SEC or SEC, excuse me, and say you're getting the 100,000, and that's what you've been getting paid per month up until like through that first month in September. Oh, and you ain't performing, not hurt, but you're not performing, or you look a little out of shape, or you just dookie in the bed.
You look a little heavy. This check can feel a little light.
It'll be real light. And when you try to find out why, they just flip the tape. They're going to pay you what they think you work for.
That's why.
Yeah, Who's that?
I don't know. Someone changed the channel on us.
Oh.
Let's go to break.
All right. Dang.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited, all built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of December. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft on end-of-the-year specials store-wide at their new 27th and I-80 location.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 17th is 15% off all wine and spirits and 25% off on thermometers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
It's that special time of year again, with bowl games galore, ugly Christmas sweater parties, and way too much eggnog. And like clockwork, you still haven't bought any gifts yet. Great news! Your procrastination headquarters this year is at Tailored Life in Bennett. Avoid the long lines in Lincoln stores and head down Highway 2 to Bennett. Just a 20-minute drive, and their staff will help you pick out the perfect gift for your mom, wife, or significant other. Procrastination has an answer this year at Tailored Life in Bennett.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars. With the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit LOVB.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Husker fans, it's time to make a difference. From December 16th to the 20th, every Husker fan has the chance to drive the success of Nebraska athletics through NIL. Whether it's $10, $1,000, or more, your contribution counts. And football fans, don't miss the chance to double your impact. Every gift to Husker football will be matched dollar for dollar up to $250,000. So visit 1890nebraska.com or text NEB NIL to 801-801 to contribute today. Together, we win.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2025 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on Old School, Austin Oerman, Jay Foreman with you for another 20 minutes or so. Normally Takedown Tuesdays, but of course it is the holidays, so wrestlers are taking one. Takedown Tuesdays with Nebraska Wrestling on 93.7 The Ticket, sponsored by our friends at Stevens & Smith Construction, an employee-owned company with nearly 250 employees with over 2,000 years of service combined. They lead the industry as a full-service concrete company specializing in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've got locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City. You can check them out at stevensandsmith.com. That's STEPHENS and Smith.com. Jay, another thing that Strick and I wanted to bring up in the crossover, but I'm glad we have some time to talk about it now as a fuller segment, is Kirby Hocutt, athletic director at Texas Tech, and his deputy AD. We're talking about the revenue sharing that's coming to college sports, and they laid out their plan. 91 to 92% of Texas Tech's $20.5 million revenue sharing amount is going to go to football and to men's basketball.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
You would never think that would be Texas Tech. You would think like, it's a Texas school. You'd assume it'd be a baseball or something like that. But I guess the way that
baseball's getting 1.9%.
Yeah, I mean, but you would think just in Texas schools they love baseball down there, and and it's a little surprising, especially on the football end. But I understand it. Like I said, with the collective that they have right now, being able to go out and poach players is led by some former players that hit it big in the oil industry in West Texas. Let alone the revenue sharing. You got to think that I think they just recently did or are doing a stadium renovation, but then also they have partnered with Patrick Mahomes and Under Armour. So Texas Tech has always kind of been on the forefront of apparel and stuff like that. So I can understand it, but when you look at some of these numbers, man, you can do revenue sharing. I know everybody's going to be on scholarship, and this is on top of the scholarship, man.
Texas Tech actually said that they're not going to do more scholarships. They're going to still cap their 105-player roster, 85 scholarships, so they don't add extra cost.
Oh, so they're trying to get it on both ends.
So they got 85 scholarships, 20 walk-ons to distribute that $15.1 million is about the 74% works out to.
So they're going to use some of that money to pay the walk-ons.
Yeah. And
save the school money.
Yes.
I can understand it, but just for some of the other teams that they're going to get less than $500,000 to others, there's some pretty competitive teams. I don't know what Texas Tech is really good at.
Well, they just paid $1 million in NIL to that Najari Kennedy lady to come pitch for him in softball.
Right. So it's now, man, but that's where their collective will be able to step up.
Yeah.
And so they got a pretty impressive collective, obviously with the oil money and stuff, something that's going to be there for quite some time. But that's what I said. When these kids are starting to pick places, which is Nebraska's in a good position because it's a football school. If you look at it, say it's reversed, say it's a school that, it's not 91% before men's football and basketball or football and men's basketball, that it's down in like 60% there. And you got some pretty powerful women's sports. So your revenue sharing and what you can get paid, quote unquote, I guess, by the team and their cap guy, which would be your GM, be working the cap that you have through revenue sharing, and then also helping with the assist with NIL. It becomes decision making time. So then, therefore, where Nebraska, who is always going to be a football school, you can maybe get up to the top in the forefront of some lists.
The school that I think is most interesting to me when it comes to that is UConn.
I was just thinking the same
basketball school through and through. Obviously, the men's team's going to get its money, but you got Gino Auriemma. That is a power player in basketball, not just women's basketball. Obviously, Jim Mora Jr., there's a football coach, respectable name, but come on, you're not Dan Hurley, who's not even Gino Auriemma.
Right, Gino's going to be first at the table,
right?
Then Dan Hurley,
and they can get up to that $20.5 million pretty easily. So
easily, especially for the type of players.
Numbers.
Yeah, and then you think of somebody like, okay, who's been pretty decent in the last few years and really, invested in their football program. Obviously, bringing Lance Leipold back. Kansas, that's a basketball school.
Yeah.
Even down to North Carolina, or for Carolina Tar, that's a basketball school now. But here's Bill Belichick.
You ain't shorting him.
But women's soccer.
Yep.
Men's soccer. Those are big players. The baseball, they're big players down there. So it's not going to be, hey, I'm here and I'm a cumulative. So when these kids are thinking about going to these, make or transfer portal or making decisions, you have to really look at it from a business standpoint, and it'll be interesting. And it's a way that, I guess that way I'm reading now, you can actually get paid 3 different ways, right? You got your scholarship check, which you'll get some money on a monthly basis. If you have a couple roommates, I'm sure you pocket in some, right? And I think they got like here you got Husker Bucks and all that. So you really are
If you're losing money, it's on you.
Yeah, and you ain't cooking for yourself either. And the food's a lot better than what we had. No offense to the dorm workers back then, but on Sundays we was a little light. It was Fruit Loops and stuff. So you got that going. Well, then now you got the cost sharing. So that's kind of like I'm assuming you're like your in-house contract, right? Through the team. So if you got it and they got it per room, per player, that's what you're getting in the cost sharing. Well, then if whatever school you go to, which obviously Nebraska has a collective, to get you, they go have to pay you a little something there. Now, if you're getting so much through the revenue sharing and the collective can go out and get some other guys or something, if there's a way that you can kind of cost share with that, you could be getting 3 checks a month, breaking bread.
Right?
Am I right when I'm thinking that? Scholarship check?
My understanding is that the revenue sharing will essentially be the scholarship.
Okay.
But potentially some places will break it up.
So 2 checks.
But it's still 2.
Okay. Well, then that's
still
one
good.
That's one big fat check coming from University of Nebraska.
Then we'll sprinkle on top.
And then you getting NIL too.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get that.
And see, that to me, Jay, is also going to be interesting to monitor because your boy Lane at Ole Miss, you look at what Oregon's been doing, you look at what Ohio State's been doing. They can pay the $20.5 million out of pocket just from their TV contract, no problem. They already have it budgeted for every sport, not just football. But those schools have also already raised $10 to $15 million extra. Some schools will need that from the collective to be given to the athletic department to fill that gap to get to 20. For some schools, it'll be above and beyond for that second check.
Right. And so then when you're able to go and recruit these kids, you're able to, I could just sit down right here in front of Austin Oerman. Like, hey, this is Nebraska. This is all we got. This is what these guys got over here.
Mm-hmm.
Apples ain't the apples. We over here. So, I mean, it could work out to Nebraska's benefit. Now, the best, like I said, just like for players, your best NIL is production on the field. And then the best negotiating or recruiting tools for Nebraska in every sport is, be a winning team and a winning program. Mm-hmm. Because if you're looking at high-level players, most of them have pretty good collectives and cost sharing or revenue sharing. So then you want to be able to be at the same level as far as either potential winning or actually already winning. So it'll be interesting, man. That Texas Tech thing, I mean, I was waiting for somebody to come out and say it. Texas Tech has said, listen, we're going to let you know what we're doing. And they did it at the perfect time as they're out there being a player in the transfer portal gets.
Right.
So they're letting all the players that potentially are looking around. Texas Tech might not be, Lubbock, which is not a fun place to be. It's not too bad if you're getting paid. And you know what? I imagine if things go right, you're going to see influx of money into the community as well. So it's going to kind of be like, Alabama, and down there, it's not the best place to be, but Clemson and all that stuff with the football team doing well, it obviously becomes a little bit more appealing.
Did you prefer going to Lubbock or going to Ames?
Which
way you want your diarrhea? Yeah. I know you can say.
Well, it smells like diarrhea up in Ames. No offense, anybody from Iowa. What is that up there? How you guys just have it? Your nostrils.
You be living in that.
Your nostrils. I mean, Austin. I always tell people when I used to drive back from Minneapolis, and that was where I had an old Chevrolet Celebrity. I paid for it. I went and worked for it. Thanks to Gallup. And the roof, it was like cotton, or it would come down. So you'd be driving, trying to, I'd
right.
Well, I'd staple it up there. And then, once the staples come out, you just got to pick another spot. But it wasn't very good on gas, and that was back when gas was pretty cheap. So I would always stop in Ames, and never forget when I'd stop there after, fortunately for us, generally it was after we won a national championship. Or actually one time in particular is my dad didn't let me have my car until I got my first years of grades. So this was, you know what I'm saying? This is after winning, championship.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to drive back, and it was cold as all get out. And I remember I got out to fill out the car, and that stuff hit my nose, man. I said, man, what the heck? What is this, man? This is just burnt all like my little things up in my nostrils. So, but then we went and played Lubbock down there. And that was when me and Farley had we had a good time down there because we played well. But I remember flying into Lubbock, man. That thing was windy with the worst locker room ever.
No way.
Oh, it was small, but now I'm sure it's pretty nice. So I'd probably say I like Ames. I guess, I would probably say I'd rather go to Ames. I don't know what I had to wear a mask.
Nose plugs.
Yeah, man, it was
But you
bad.
can't breathe through your mouth either, because that could be worse.
Yeah, man. They'd be everybody asking you if you need a mint. Yeah. Dookie mouth. That's what you got. Hey, man. This is
cotton mouth or dookie mouth.
Yeah, you got dookie mouth up there. I mean, that's just in your clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Up there. Oh,
Secondhand.
Right. That's your own cologne.
Sitting in it.
El Duque cologne. Hey, but we got $20 in here from my man. Was it Magic?
Shout out Magic.
Yeah, representing what? Saunders County.
Saunders County.
Yeah.
Wahoo. Number 6.
So how many do we got?
That's number 6.
Do we have a tally? Let me see this.
Let's go to break. I'll count them up.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Jay Foreman, Austin Oerman, 1890 week here as we campaign for 1890. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. The holidays are here, and Fairway has everything you need for charcuterie boards, shrimp trays, party platters, wine, beer, spirits, and more. Plus, custom fresh cuts on USDA choice or prime grade beef, all natural pork, fresh chicken, and seafood. Your holiday meals start at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2025 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Everybody likes choices when it comes to gifts, and a Max Tan gift card offers spray tanning, UV tanning, and red light therapy at all Lincoln locations. Give the gift that everyone wants this holiday season by visiting any Max Tan location in Lincoln or at maxtan.net.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations, and our gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. And right now, during gift card double discount days, when you buy $50 in gift cards, get a $10 gift card free. Happy holidays from Valentino's.
Husker fans, it's time to make a difference. From December 16th to the 20th, every Husker fan has the chance to drive the success of Nebraska athletics through NIL. Whether it's $10, $1,000, or more, your contribution counts. And football fans, don't miss the chance to double your impact. Every gift to Husker football will be matched dollar for dollar up to $250,000. So visit 1890nebraska.com or text NEB-NIL to 801-801 to contribute today. Together, we win.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, Austin Oerman, special edition of Old School here on 1890. We call it 1890 week. Together we win campaign for 1890. 100% of your contributions go directly to student athletes in NIL. NIL is the name of the game now, is in retaining and attracting talent to Nebraska, as we need your help. Again, you can contribute by texting NEB-NIL to 801-801 or go to 1890nebraska.com. Every dollar counts, and football contributions will be matched dollar for dollar up to $250K. So that's pretty big right there. Let's rally together, as we always do, Husker Nation. Together we will win. Again, you can text NEB-NIL to 801-801 or go to 1890nebraska.com. This campaign goes all the way through Friday the 20th. So it'd be a good Christmas contribution. And then obviously we'll see the fruits of the labor come next fall and then obviously with other sports as well.
That is the hope. Let's throw this to you, Jay. Zachariah Branch transferring out of USC.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley has signed 4 5-star prospects at USC.
Bye.
All 4 of them gone.
Yeah.
12 of them in his career.
Yeah.
9 of them transferred.
I wonder,
is that a Lincoln Riley thing? Is that a transfer portal day and age thing?
There's all one common denominator.
Lincoln Riley?
Hey, never trust a coach that posts dry ass meat. Hey, man.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Hey, man, you got that dry meat, man. I don't like to swear and stuff, but dang, my brother. I don't know, man. I think.
Were you even trying, Lincoln? Were you even trying?
No, I ain't mad at him. Listen, man.
I am. That's embarrassing.
Hey, when you smoke a brisket, though, they're
he smoked that brisket. He smoked it.
That thing was burnt. Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Smoking a brisket is tricky. It's so tricky, I haven't tried it yet because I'm scared because I've seen some of the bad outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So I my analogy of smoking a brisket is I consider myself a pretty good fisherman. Deep sea fishing, I go lake, I can do it all. I've done it all.
Ice?
I've ice fished too. I actually did it up there at Super Bowl with my dad. It was actually one of the best days. Yeah. And the lodge was phenomenal.
No dry meat.
No dry meat with a lot of libations. But let me tell you something. One of the things that's tricky is catching a muskie. It's either you get lucky and it hit him. Like I have a friend of mine named Brandon Lawhead, a family attorney. He every time I look on Facebook, he catches muskies. I've been out there trying to catch one, and you don't catch any. And here's the funny thing: it was the first time me and my dad did a father-son autograph session was up in Minnesota at the Excel Center, right? What used to be the convention center. We did it up there, and it was a fishing expedition. They had boats, everything. They had a third of it for how to catch a muskie. I mean, listen, if you make muskie reels or anything, get that little plastic thing and spray someone that says it's going to catch muskies, you can make $1 million. Straight up. There were people out the door signing getting our autographs to get up here and all
try
these
and
dudes.
catch a muskie?
Yeah. And them dudes, they weren't catching nothing. Not even, they were only catching a cold out there. So, yeah. So it's, anyways, it's still time till Friday. Today is Tuesday, so we got 3 or 4 more days.
We'll keep telling you about it.
All the way to midnight on December 20th. I'm sure they will accept all donations through the weekend as well. So, but don't wait that long. Do it right now. Anyway, not too bad for a special edition. We're turning it over to Teammates Tuesdays.
You think Demo would prefer Lubbock or Ames?
Demo's from Texas. He like Lubbock. He's from Texas.
Easy question.
He country. He like
Let's
that
see
stuff.
if he confirms it.
He do. He
Let's
like
see
it,
if he
man. We won't hold that against him. You got my man Eddie Brown coming in, man. My man can sing. It was a real good deal, man. Anyways, appreciate you guys listening. Contribute to 1890, but then also stay tuned for Teammates Tuesday. Jay Foreman, my main man over there, Austin Oerman. We'll holler at you tomorrow.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 17th is 15% off all wine and spirits and 25% off on thermometers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado